Hey y'all, it's Denise, Gemini Homestead. Or as some of you know by now, since Buddy let the cat out of the bag on our part 3 of introducing ourselves, I'm known as Miss Lippy. Aren't I, Andy? I thought you'd get a kick out of that. Anyway, we've had a productive weekend. Got me a cup of coffee. It's 3 o'clock. Gotta have your 3 o'clock coffee. But I'm going to take you around, show you what we was able to complete this weekend. Actually start and finish. And usually our projects, in my mind, we can start it and finish it that evening. But if I'm being honest, it's Sunday, I got to be honest. My projects are usually a week long. You'd think by now I'd learn that concept, but not going to happen. But we did finish this, so this was a very doable project. And we are glad that it is behind us. So I'm going to turn this around, show you what we've been up to. Oh, and I got to show you my finds at Lowe's. I like to go in the back of the garden center and look at their 50-cent and dollar bins because they throw beautiful plants into this big old like rolling cart. And you can get 6 packs of little annuals for $1. And it may only be one, dead inside there. So I like to go and kind of rack up and put them in little pots around the yard. But I'm going to turn this around and I'll let you know. And I got to sneeze, so hold on just a minute. Now you're probably not going to be able to see what I'm talking about with this light. Let me see if I can get another angle. Okay, that's much better. This is my dollar lantana. There's one. And there's 2. I don't see anything wrong with them. They need a little water and a little cleaning up. Other than that, I'm going to welcome the butterflies. Okay, y'all, here's the begonias. It was a 6-pack. As you can see, I've got 5 plants. $1. Now let's see if I can move this camera without making you guys dizzy. But I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure I can walk with a camera in my hand, but we're going to find out. Till I learn all this video, and y'all just going to have to bear with me. Look at the impatience. I got 4 out of that 6-pack. That one was, I believe, $1 as well. Oh no, it could have been 50 cents. But anyhow, good looking plant. Okay, here's the petunias. Other than a little dirt on them that I'm still trying to rinse off because they was kind of all crumbled up, I'd say they look pretty good. Oh, and one more thing. Y'all see this hydrangea? In a storm we had last year, it broke off. As you can see, I ended up with a solid hydrangea that'll go in the ground this year. Isn't it pretty? Don't look at my gardenia. It kind of got sickly in the winter. But I think I can bring it back. Okay, I'm standing back so y'all can kind of get a visual of what we're going to talk about. You see that wood? What is that thing called up there? Metal rod?
Oh, that's some old EMT I brought home from an old warehouse. They were throwing it out.
If you remember, he likes to repurpose. So we're going to show you what we've been up to this weekend. Now, I hope I can capture this.
All this pallet wood, uprights, pretty much everything here was brought home and repurposed other than the trotline string. I had some of that. She had bought some grow bags and wanted to try them. So we filled them all with soil, put our plant starts in them, had some little stakes in them as normal, but decided to go ahead and take these uprights. These uprights are already prefabbed in some crates that a company right there by work is tearing apart. So they're stacked up, and I'm talking about there's more than I could ever dream of hauling. But just took them, decided to stand them up, put some boards across them, put that EMT across there, and then we'll run strings. You can see from the bottom up through them.
Let me see if I can get close so I can see this, because I'm colorblind. I can't find the string. There it is.
Got the strings in here, and I run PVC through the handles on the bag all the way down.
You know I'm gonna make these people dizzy
From one,
because I'm moving my
you're gonna
phone.
have to be a little bit slower with your camera there, you know.
When we get that one thing in, it'd be better.
PVC kind of a dual purpose. I got something else in mind for later when we get a catchment system going for water. I left it loose on both ends, and I can roll it up, drill a hole right where each plant is, hook up gravity, turn it back the other way when I mount it, and then we can water through that too. But I use that through the handles to tie my string off to where we can run the tomato plants up the string. And
Oops.
you still moving over?
Yeah, I was still kind of moving. I was in my own world while you were still talking.
Key to it is to not get your string too tight, and don't wrap your tomato plant too tight.
Let me see if I can get up here.
You have to go out here every time you walk through the garden. Just go and check it.
They're gonna dread watching my videos.
And if it needs another wrap, you just make another turn and just watch it so it don't cut it. Go up. Same people use the clips, and we're planning on buying some clips. But we want to try this. Just have to keep an eye on them, make sure that they'll climb the string.
Yep.
Keep working them every day. But I tell you what, we've had pretty good wind here today, as you can see.
It's been like 30-mile-per-hour winds.
And they're standing pretty strong, I tell you.
Mm-hmm. The way we've done it for almost 20 years, I just take king-size sheets and cut strips out of them. That's always been my tie to the fencing. Well, we want to try something a little bit different, and it might work. As you can see, I'm taking you all the way down it because it goes all the way down.
All these right here starts.
Well, let me back up. Yeah, these are freebies.
She started in the greenhouse, and we moved into half-gallon buckets. And right now we're trying to donate these to people that need them or want to try growing them or whatever. I mean, this is all starts here.
What is there, 29, I think?
I think there's 29.
29? All right, now we're going to take them to the other side of the garden. Y'all hold on a minute. Okay, what you're seeing here is my future pepper bed. As I've said before, we don't have peppers because the storm destroyed them. But we got peppers now seeding, they're growing, they're doing pretty good. And then here is my hotbed. It's got a few in that survived from the storm. But I tell you what, we got how many quarts? I bet you just out of this one bed, I must have got 35 quarts of peppers, or better, last year.
At least.
And then over here is going to be that's our summer squash. And we're going to kind of do the same thing as we did with the tomatoes. And yeah, you're looking at that, what's that thing called over there?
That's a refrigerator drawer.
Yeah. See, this is redneck. This is how you grow strawberries. In a refrigerator drawer. On cinder blocks.
Hey, serves as a good bucket.
Oh, it works. It works. Now I'm going to take it to the zucchinis. Now here's the zucchinis. This is probably my favorite because I like to grill them. And if you've ever had a stuffed zucchini, they're great. I don't care too much for canning them. Now squash, yes, but zucchini, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I don't like to can zucchini. They get mushy. But I sure like to bake with them. Because you can make zucchini bread. You know, if you just cook it down and then freeze it, then you've got your mash for your bread or for your dressing. Pretty much anything, because I use it as a binder instead of using like eggs and things of that nature. I just use mashed up zucchini as a binder. All right, let me take you over here. I know this is going to be hard for y'all to see in this one side of the cucumber bed. Now mind you, we have 10 of them. See those 2 empty buckets? And if I move up, there's the cucumbers. That's where I'm going to water them and put my fertilizer. They've got holes notched out. So in my mind, I'm indirectly watering and fertilizing so they can absorb what they need when they need it. Okay, I wanted to show y'all this. It's going to be hard with the light, but maybe you can get a visual. This is just one, but it's the shadiest spot I could find. This is a king sunflower, as you can see the tall. Now if you look closely, that's a green bean, that's Kentucky. It's going to grow up the sunflower. Kind of like the Jolly Green Giant. That's the method. Yes, and as you can see, the straw.
While you're there, show them this right here, because that's really irritating me. Just in case you didn't know what that was,
Where is it?
right there.
Oh, there it is.
That is droppings from the birds that
Yep.
are eating my mulberries faster than I can run them out of here.
Yeah, let me show you our mulberry tree. All right, here's the mulberry tree. And it would be awesome if we could harvest these mulberries. But no, the birds want to take them. And there's no way we can net this. That's a lot of berries. I didn't realize it was that many.
I always loved it this year. It's probably the best year that we've had on it, but the birds are loving
But we
it too.
gave it a good trimming though too last year. And I think that played a big part. All right, let me take you over to something else. Okay, y'all. You see this is a Chinese red meat reddish. I'm going to back the camera up. It's our first year to grow those. But don't worry, I've got my normal in about, what would you say, 50 plugs? About 50 plugs. You know, I got to keep my normal radishes. But does anybody know when to harvest these? I've looked online and I really can't find any information as far as harvesting them. I know that they don't grow like what I call your traditional radishes, as what we pulled yesterday, which was I think 21 days, and we was able to harvest them. But these, I don't know anything about them, so I don't know if they're supposed to crown like a traditional or what. But if anybody out there knows, please let me know so I don't let them just stay in the dirt if they're not supposed to. All right, let's move to something else. Okay, can y'all see that? I just chose this one because I happen to be standing right close to it. It's hard to get up and down. But we have these blooms pretty much 80% of every tomato plant. And I do believe that we have 40?
More than that.
Over 40 plants planted. Isn't that beautiful? What a blessing. Okay, I had to get situated. Let me move these glasses. Put them in my pocket. I'm subject to lose them. I got 4 more pairs somewhere in the house. Okay. Well, I showed you around. The main project was the, what would you call that? The tomato trellis. I cannot believe I just said that word. That happens to be a word that just doesn't want to come out of my mouth right. There's quite a few words that it's hard for me to pronounce. I don't know if that's that Cajun slang coming out mixed with North Louisiana. I don't know, but it is what it is. I talk like this, so y'all forgive me if I pronounce something wrong. See, I almost said that wrong. Just overlook it. It's me. Maybe because I'm tired. Well, it sounds like a good reason though, doesn't it? Here, move, baby. Anyway, buddy will be over here in a minute. But I want to show you around. This is what we've been doing this weekend. It was mainly the tomatoes. Getting things secure. Oh, I forgot to show y'all, but we put our nets over our blueberries and our blackberries because we don't want the birds taking them as they have our mulberries.
That's where I was fighting birds.
What was you doing?
Trying to get them out of here.
Oh. And I forgot to
I would like to have some mulberries.
I forgot to show them my hanging basket. But I don't know how to turn the phone around, so I'll have to show that to you another day once I learn. As y'all can see, I'm kind of using y'all. Don't know how to edit, so y'all just gonna have to roll with it. Now, why you want to pull her up?
Well, she was just kind of.
This is Sweet Pea. I don't know if they can see her.
Sweet Pea. This is the guard dog of the place.
She's 14 years old. We rescued her from a really bad situation. And our other one that we rescued in '05, he passed away in February. He was a little man. He lived 16 years. So.
Yeah, there's another one running around here somewhere.
Yeah, Gigi. She's 10. She wasn't a rescue. There's a story I can tell you about that. I went out of town to see my daughter when she was in Key West. And I had my brother house sit, and I told him, I said, look, we don't know if Sweet Pea, that was right after we got her, we don't know if she's going to be in heat or not be in heat. Because the vet said we wouldn't know until she did. Well, sure enough, a few days before I left, she came in heat. So I told him, I said, okay, you're going to have to keep her on one side of the house. You're going to have to keep little man on the other side of the house. Okay, I got this. So I leave. I come back. I noticed about a month she was getting fat. I said, she ain't fat, she's pregnant. So I went to my brother and I asked him about it. Oh no, I didn't do it. I knew better because he'd been wanting a Boston Terrier.
Think he lost his religion and lied that day.
Yeah, he did. So on March the 7th, I came home and lo and behold, she was in her birthing box. I knew what was going to happen, so I got a birthing box. And they're supposed to have a C-section. I said, well, I'm fixing to call a vet, or I'm just going to hope for the best and I can do this. Well, I delivered 7 of them. And I said, now what am I going to do? So I knew then I'm going to get them up, 6 weeks old, and I'll donate them. Well, when my vet heard, because I've been working with this same vet for 20 years and a previous vet for about 15, because I've rescued over 100 animals and placed them in homes. He heard what I was doing, so he gave them all their shots. He listed it, and 2 of his workers took 2 of them. And then within a week, they all had homes but 1, because my sister said, I want one. Okay. So I didn't name this one. Did not name it. Well, a week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by. Well, 10 years, she still ain't picked up the dog. So I had to name it. So I named it Gigi, which is French for feisty, because that's what I wanted to be. I mean, I know Momo is your traditional French name, but I wanted to be Gigi. So, see, it fits me well.
I mean,
But my daughter wouldn't hear of it. So I thought, well, next best thing, looks like I got a dog now. I'm going to name her Gigi. Well, when that dog got to be about 10 weeks old, I took Mom and Dad, boom. You know what I did at the vet. They come home 2 days later, no more babies. When Gigi got to be, I think she was 20 weeks old, she made that same trip to that vet. Wasn't having no babies. I hadn't had a baby since I was 22. I sure didn't want no more of the babies. But anyway, that's how we ended up with these 2 dogs. Now we have 2 cats. We have a Mr. Willard and we have a Lucky that he drug up underneath, what was that, old pallets?
There was an old wood pile I had out there full of pallets and boards I brought home. And
it was right before we moved.
yeah, and you wanted cats when we moved. And so I got one out. I ended up getting Lucky out first, and got her in there in the house. Had a little old cage set up, and they were young, but they would eat. They were old enough to eat. So got her in there, and then I was out there working in the at the pole barn beside the shop, and I happened to see him come out. So I played with him just enough to get him out. He tore me up a little bit, but I got him in there and got him in a little old cage, and we ended up moving. She said, "Oh, these are going to be great." I said, "What do you want cats for?" She said, "Well, I want cats because they'll get rid of the mice, they'll get rid of the snakes and all that." Well, I'm going to tell you, that is not
That's been
correct
8 years
for cats that she raises, because they are spoiled so bad.
If it don't smell like Friskies,
yeah,
they ain't gonna worry.
They bring rats to you, and they want to play with them. They won't kill them.
No, the rat chased Willard last year.
The
literally
cat
chased
was actually
him.
scared of the rat, and
went up the house. Went up on top of the house.
We just feed them.
Yep.
Serve no purpose. We still have to kill all the snakes and the rats or whatever that come out of the fields and all. And, they become just pets. I don't know what the purpose of them was.
Because he wanted us to have them. Because maybe something would have happened to them. That's what I tell myself. We saved them. And then I started researching about cats. I didn't know anything about cats. Yeah, they live 20, 25 years. I'm doing the math in my head. I'm going to be old when something happens to them. Like, real old. Well, no, I shouldn't say that, because somebody may be watching that's like 75. And they're running circles around me. So, scratch what I just said. But y'all know what I mean. They going to live a long time. Oh, sorry. He going to chase a bird out of his tree. You know, I need to, like, put this on a stand and video him chasing birds out of tree. Yeah, let me know how that's going to work for you.
I'll be out here 24/7, because it's not working. I had one while ago that probably wasn't 5 foot from me. I clapped, shook, waved everything I had, Had to take a hoe handle, reach up there and tap the limb to get him out of it. So pie plates and whatever else ain't gonna work with them.
Nope. I thought about putting those rubber snakes. You know, in the fig trees, you put a rubber snake and you put those pie pans, or an owl. So I thought, well, we put it up in the mulberry. He says no. And I said, well, if you feed the birds away from where they're going to get their feed, they won't get in the mulberry. Well, that ain't true. I got 2 feeders back here behind me that we feeding birds too, and they still eating that for dessert.
Yeah,
so,
but you know how I am with snakes. I'll forget that rubber snake's in there.
yeah, that's true. He'll
And
tear my
I'll
tree
tear
up.
the fence
Never mind.
down, the gate,
He'll
everything
tear my
else.
tree up.
It'll be a new hole in there, I promise you.
Yep. Yep. Y'all, I'm just gonna tell you now, I'm a snake killer.
I have to kill the spiders.
He's a runner. Yeah, he has to kill the spider. No,
He kills the snakes.
I'm not killing no spider. No, I'll kill a spider with a 22 bullet in the six. Don't do that. Don't think that a 22 bullet's gonna kill a little spider. Well, it looked this big, but the truth is, it's probably only this big. That cost you some money. But I'll run from a spider. Scared to death of a spider. I'll kill a snake. Of course, it cost him a lot of money because I don't stop with 1 bullet. I put about 7 slugs of a 22 in it. I want it dead.
Yeah, she eats
So
a
he
lot
can
of
come back
bullets up
home, because he
around
ain't
here.
gonna come back home if there's a snake even got somewhat of a heartbeat. He's through.
We average probably
What, 14?
14 a year
That's our
here.
average a year.
Most of them are copperheads.
And we've killed 2 this year.
When we lived out further out in the country, we had way less snakes and stuff there.
It was right by the lake.
Yeah, I don't know. Must be in a path right here for crossing or something, because they are here all the
Well,
time.
we're right in the middle of Flat River, which is right behind us.
Yeah,
And,
you got the ditch over here.
well, that's the bayou.
It runs,
It's where
and
you
it
get the
ties
crawfish
into
from.
Flat River.
Yeah, so it all ties together, and we're right in the center, so all we are is the passing, you know. They need to pass somewhere else. They need to move on, and don't use mothballs. That
They
does
need
not
to go
work.
somewhere.
This man went and bought every box of mothballs in our area. You couldn't drive in the driveway that it didn't smell like Grandma's closet. It made my yard stink. Well, one day I come in, he's going to clean the shop. So I go in there. Guess what? There was a snake laying on about 6 mothballs. Mothballs don't work. Throw that away. They sleep with the mothballs.
Don't waste your time smelling your shop up with
No,
mothballs.
it took a year to get that
Don't
smell
work.
off the property. It's
I
done.
think there's still some in the cabinets in there.
Mothballs? Well, see, I don't go in your shop.
You
There's too
smell
many
them
snakes
all
in
the
that
time.
shop. Too many snakes. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I know we done dragged it on. I wish I could crop it, cut it. What do they call it? De-size it? I don't know what you call it. But I hadn't learned that part yet. I just learned how to make a video. So
You're
y'all
gonna
bear
get
with
real
us.
footage.
Yeah, y'all getting the real stuff because I don't know what else to do. But y'all want to see us? This is us. This is what we do. And as I learn the camera, I guess that's a camera, or the phone, whatever it is, the thing that I talk on, yeah, the cell phone, as I learn it, then I'll move to this other thing that we have. What is that thing called?
The GoPro.
The GoPro. I can spell it. Lord, don't ask me to use that thing. 'Cause, nope. So I'm going to get one of these gimbal things to
The
hook my
gimbal mount
phone
for the
on.
phone.
So I ain't making y'all dizzy and y'all think y'all got like inner ear problems or something, because you
Course.
ain't. It's me walking and talking.
Of course, Daryl said your phone's so big it may not work. So heavy and big.
Well, I'm blind. I got to have the big phone to
You
see.
toting a notebook around.
No,
mini
no, the
laptop.
notebook was that Galaxy I had, that
Yeah.
Mega Galaxy. Man, it looked like I had a laptop on my head. That's all right. I could see. I could hear it. Now I got this Note 8. I guess it's considered big.
Yeah. it's
It could
one
be
of the
bigger
larger
than
ones.
that, but, you know, then I'd look like if they made a laptop that I could talk on like a phone,
They do.
could y'all see me walking in stores with this laptop filming?
I
No,
could.
y'all wouldn't see me because they done called the popo and done come and got me and had me evaluated. Then they'd send me out the door. They'd say, we can't help her. Anyway, I'm going to have to stand up. I got to hit that button because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. And until next time, it's been good. And God bless.
God bless.